Dobar dan in lepo pozdravljeni strani Striburgerja na letošnjem 4. Stripolisfestu. Povabili smo Romualda Sourissa in njegovo partnerico Vanesso, ker ona dva skupaj delata. In v mestecu Forcalquier na jugovzhodu Francije imate grafični studio in knjigoveznico, tiskarno, zraven še potem tudi en manjši prostor za razstave in torej galerijo. In ukvarjate se pa tudi z restauriranjem starodobnih, predvsem srednjeveških tekstov, pergamentov, knjig in tako naprej. Jaz sem ga na kratko predstavil. Bom pa zdaj dal še priložnost njemu, da se mogoče dopolni ta opis in da se še sam predstavi z lastnimi besedami. So, hello Romuald.
Hello.
We're very pleased to have you here in Ljubljana as well. Yeah, we met before, but it's nice to have you here as well, so you can present you and your work for our audience.
Okay.
So, I describe briefly what you are and what you do. Now, can you please do the same thing in your own words?
In French?
No, in English, please.
Okay. So together with Vanessa, we're doing a workshop today, just on that. We managed the place, which is the Garagel, in the south of France, the Provence part. It's close to Marseille, but it's countryside. Here we work mostly on bookbinding and restoration for the old books, like manuscripts or stuff like that. This is the job time we have. And then we have place enough to work for ourselves, like on drawing and graving. We can use all the techniques we available on artisanal printing, like lithography, lino cut, wood cut, metal cut, silk screen, and even letterpress, hand book binding, of course. And so with this we make our own book, but we profit of this place to also invite people from different places around the world, and they come in our place and work, and we organize the exhibition, make the book, print the book, and maybe more personal work, like trying a new technique or developing something new. So at the end, the result is the exhibition and the books you can see on the stand. And also, as illustrator, I'm also working for different others, publishers or music label or bands or whatever.
I noticed that the comics are not the only thing that you do. You do different stuff. You also do illustration and graphics and also type press, you said, and all these different things. Who works there, and how do you divide your work? Do you maybe have a specialty that maybe Vanessa hers? And how do you distribute your work? How do you delegate that?
There's obviously, like for bookbinding, Vanessa she is a bookbinder. She is diplomed for this, so this is a job. I am restorator, so I'm working for this in restoration. And then I'm mostly involved in drawing and illustration, so I'm mostly printing usually the books you can see. But we work together for the bookbinding, for example, but also with the artists, because like Vanessa is developing lithography, which I'm not really into. So stuff like that, but it depends. We don't have a plan except for bookbinding and restoration. This is the only thing. And then.
So your specialty is restoration, while Vanessa's is bookbinding.
Yeah.
But what about your collective? How does that stand out from the crowd, or what's the main difference between you and the others, maybe similar collectives?
The first thing is we are not a collective. We are two people. So it's a short collective.
Okay, a tandem.
Yeah, this is the first difference, because we know some people like out from Beaux-Arts, art school, and they are creating a collective with different artists, which is not really not our case. So we can say we are two people, but we are also many people, because everyone who is come to us is involved in our place, and we are collective, by the way, but it's not fixed. It's cost.
So you also cooperate with artists that share some artistic sensibility similar to yours, some aesthetics, some visual philosophy. What is actually? Could you describe your visual philosophy and aesthetics that you run?
Yeah, that's not easy. The first step, the first choice for the artistic meaning is sympathetic people. This is our first choice. I mean, if we meet someone, we share some stuff, something, we can work together. But we don't want to ask someone because I don't know, maybe he's doing great stuff, but we don't have connections, so we can't work together. So this is the main reason. But except that, it's. I think it's always in between comics, contemporary art, graphic design. It's in between of these different parts.
But still, you have a very special and obvious aesthetics. Generally, looking at your books.
Yeah.
Which strikes people as sometimes maybe violent or brutal or in your face, not very user friendly or some. What do you think? What would you say about this kind of aesthetics? About its role and meaning? About its presence in the everyday art in general?
In general, I don't think it's so violent in a way. The content is no more violent than anything, and maybe sometimes even less. Like if you take the comics like X-Men or something, it's always fight and fight and fight. But here is no fight. It's just because of the
maybe strong graphism. Or
strong graphism comes. Okay, we can break some taboos and draw whatever we want. We don't fix on certain audience, like we need to sell to these people, so we don't need this and that. No, we don't care, we just do, and what happens will. When the offensive side is not voluntary one, it comes by it's life.
Yeah, life is violent.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. So it should be in the art as well.
Yeah, that's it. And the mainstream is sweet and Mickey Mouse and cats and flowers. Okay, but there's also a place for other one.
For the bitter things, not instead of the sweet only.
Some people are suffering. It's a fact. It's not.
Yes, it's undeniable. Yes.
Yeah.
Art should reflect that as well, obviously.
Yeah, that's it.
But what's among all these different activities that you're doing, and when you think of your average day in the workshop, what is usually the hardest thing to do? During your work process, is maybe something in the production, preparation, conceptualization, or maybe sales of end product of the books. What's the hardest part of what you do specifically?
The hardest part of the studio is managing the different side of the activities, like the restoration and the drawing, printing. It's not the same thing, so we need to take the job first, and then sometimes we need to sacrifice some part of the artistic side. So this is kind of difficult. The other one is working with hand, because many artists come and they have Photoshop and baggages with them, like this, and we cannot follow that. We don't have the industrial production. We cannot make 1,000 books. We can do that. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to find a middle in
but your production is, how should I call it? It's not really backward. It's very analog, of course, manual and artisanal.
Yeah.
Everything is handmade, as opposed to industrial products like mass printed books.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, we have in France, we have this limitation of 300 copies for a book, which is the legal limit to enter the archives.
Archives.
Yeah. So if you do more than 300 books, you need to go in the archives. We do less. We do usually 50, 100, and maybe only one book. So we are not in this system. We don't need to enter this system of distribution.
I wanted to ask you this because you mentioned that you accept work on commission, and this has priority, of course, over in time, about time with your artistic creativity. And so does that mean that your formula is first do some ordered work, and then when you have spare time, you do work for your own work?
Yeah, that's it.
So and with this restoration of all documents, which is basically recreation, you're funding your own creation. Is that so? So this must be your formula for running a place like that, which is, I believe, it's not easy, or financially and so on.
Yeah, it's not that easy to find some time for yourself, but it's the case for everyone. We just have the place to work for ourselves, but the time it depends the season, depends the dates, but still we are not alienated by the work because we are independent, so we can choose. We can choose to have. We can work on Sunday, but maybe on Monday we don't. And we can. It's moving. We can.
Because you also travel a lot, attend festivals, and you are guests in different places all over Europe.
Yeah. We don't do so much book fair actually. Just the one we wish to go, and we need to have more than just being in a table and selling books. It's not interesting for us. So usually we come with a project, like making a workshop for lino, silk screen, binding, whatever, and sharing with people and meeting the people here and there. And we like to visit places where the life is still here. Because most of the time in France it's institutionalized and formalized, and it's not fun, it's not alive anymore, it's business.
Okay, I see. Okay, for last question. Yes, rad bi samo poudaril, Romuald in Vanessa sta prišla tudi izvajati dve delavnici v okviru Stripolisfesta. Prva je danes že potekala in to je bilo ustvarjanje platnic za knjigo oziroma knjigoveštvo oziroma naredi svojo knjigo. To je potekalo od spodaj in to je vodila Vanessa, medtem ko bo Romuald jutri bo imel še delavnico linoreza, ker ogromno tudi delal tehniko linoreza in tiska in bo predstavil pač svoje trike in skrivnosti, kako to narediti še boljše. Tako da ste povabljeni tudi na to delavnico jutri. Bo pa tudi jutri bo izvajal tudi vodeni ogled razstave njegove skupine z Marcelom Reutersom, kjer bo tudi predstavil naravne materiale, iz katerih so v srednjem veku izdelovali pigmente za barve, za slikanje. Tako da, ker je pač on tu strokovnjak za to obnavljanje in restauriranje starih dokumentov, ima najboljše informacije, vam bo lahko lepo razložil in povedal tudi kakšno zanimivost glede teh tehnik starih mojstrov. So, for the last question, since your work is characterized by transgressing all these borders between comics and illustration and graphics, what does your audience, your readers, think of you? How do they see them? How do they see you? Or how should they maybe see you, understand you? How should they approach you what do they need to know when they come in contact with your books?
Nothing. The less is the best. I don't know. Some people consider us as the restaurateur or calligrapher or something like this. It's institutionalized and it's museum, it's serious thinking, intellectual, And in the other side we have this graphic, which is more connected to the punk scene and squads. So we don't like being in this way or this way. So we like to melt everything. The Marcel Reuters exhibition is a good example of this melting of different approach. Like the Marcel Reuters work is comics from the underground alternative, something, but it's connected to the medieval illustration, iconic design, and so
Classical art.
yeah. And so I just take this and put it in the serious area with the real material, the gilding, everything, the really proper one. But if you look quickly, it's serious illumination. But if you look deeper, it's comics. So we like that. We like people who come and they don't know what are we doing. Confuse them.
Okay, thank you very much for your